How about your proportions notes, multi-step proportions? We're going to start by just reviewing how to do proportions. So to solve a proportion, remember a proportion is where we have these two fractions set equal to each other. That's all a proportion is, two fractions set equal to each other. So to solve a proportion, we're going to cross multiply. We're going to use cross multiplication. This will get rid of our fractions. Okay, cross multiplying gets rid of the fractions. Then you're going to be able to solve your equation like you've previously learned. So here's a quick example of a simple proportion you should have seen before. When I have x over 17 equals 42 over 119, I cross multiply. So I get x times 119, which is 119x. And then I'm going to put equals, and I'm going to do my other cross, 17 times 42, which is 714. Now we have this simple equation, which we're going to solve like before. I have 119 times x. So to get rid of times, I'm going to divide. So my 119 divided by 119 crosses out, leaves me with x. And then 714 divided by 119 is 6. So my answer, x equals 6. Okay? Now, if any part of our fraction has two or more terms, so the numerator or the denominator of any of these four parts, if any of them have two or more terms, so if we have a plus sign or a minus sign anywhere in any of our part of our fractions, then we have to distribute when we cross multiply. Then we can solve. So I'm going to look here and I have this cross. I'm going to cross multiply. But you see right here, I have two terms. I have 12x and minus 6. Okay, so x times 40 is very easy. I just do like I did before. X times 40 is 40x. But this cross, because I have two terms, I'm going to put the 4 and then parentheses 12x minus 6. Anytime you have two or more terms, that part of your fraction needs to go in parentheses. Okay? Now we can solve just like we did in 2-4. So remember, don't call me after midnight. D stands for distribute. So we have some distributing. So 40x equals 4 times 12x is 48x, and 4 times negative 6 is negative 24. C stands for combine like terms. Remember, like terms have to be on the same side of the equal sign. So on the left, when I only have one term, obviously no like terms. And on the right, I have 48x and a negative 24. Those are not like terms, so I don't have anything to do for combine like terms. This M stands for move the variable to one side. So I'm going to take this 48x and move it to the left. If you want to take the 40x and move it to the right, you could, but I would recommend you move this 48 over here to the left so that we get the x away from our constant. So since this is a positive 48x, I'm going to subtract because 48x minus 48x is 0. So I have 40x minus 48x is negative 8x equals, and all I'm left on the right side is negative 24. Then I'm going to go to my addition or subtraction. If I look in my problem, do I have any addition or subtraction? Nope. So I skip that step. Go to the last M, which is multiply or divide. So I have negative 8x. Remember, that means I have multiplication right here. I'm multiplying by negative 8. So I need to divide by negative 8 on both sides. That'll get rid of my negative 8 in front of my x. Leaves me with just x equals, and then negative 24 divided by negative 8 is positive 3. So in this problem, in my proportion, x equals 3.